Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and I am bringing you tonight's Division C West matchup between Can't Create acronymS and Garrulous Gaberlunzies. These teams are basically ready to go here, so I better jump into the maps real quick and let you know the state of this series and get you right into the draft. No time wasted at all. Can't Create acronymS. Choosing map pick today has banned away Hanamura Temple and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Garrulous Gaberlunzies banning away Alterac Pass and Braxis Holdout. And it will be Can't Create acronymS that is taking us to Dragonshire for game number 1. Let's take it to the draft and see what our teams have in store for us today. Dragonshire. Definitely an interesting map, definitely a tough one for me to observe, as the action tends to take place all over the place. Garrulous Gaberlunzies thinking about their first ban here on Dragonshire. GG Sugar Bear playing in this very matchup. Thank you very much for the follow. Good luck in your matchup today. Ban coming out here is going to be Abathur. Not one that I'd see an awful lot here on Dragonshire, but it is a wide enough map that Abathur can hide and get some work done. So they're just going to go ahead and take that off the board straight away. Can't Create acronymS. Next to act here, Ron Pearl Guy. Thank you very much for the follow. I think that might be GG Ron and over on Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Thank you very much for the follow. Can't Create acronymS. Just going to ban away May. No Snow Princess today. May's still very strong tank. We're not seeing her in the highest levels of play a whole lot right now just because of the dominance of ETC and Garrosh, but May absolutely a kitchen sink style tank. You can slot her into any composition that you so feel like. And with Avalanche now usable, it is it's very, very good. Garrulous Gaberlunzies thinking about their second ban here. They're going to take away the Lost Vikings, so I think they might have some sort of intel here. They want no shenanigans are going to be allowed. We'll see what sort of shenanigans CCS here can come up with without Abathur or the Lost Vikings in play. That does leave a lot of high-tier heroes open, though. Your Annas, your Junkrats, your Chromies, your ETCs. There's going to be an awful lot of options here with Abathur and the Lost Vikings taken off the board. Can't Create acronymS is going to ban away Zeratul. Zeratul, a little bit more of a common hero here, especially on Dragonshire, where rotating and ganking is so important. First pick here, going over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies. All the tanks but May are open. We have no standard assassin bans, so they've got a whole bunch of options here. We'll see what they want to prioritize coming out the gate. It will be Anna, picked up by GG Ron. Seeing that they're all named GG, I think I'm going to have to shorten those names. We got Ron, TTO, Grace, Sugar Bear, Valera. Can't Create acronymS has the double pick in response. Anna picked up usually means they're going with some sort of high-powered mage attached to that Anna, so they're going to have to think about that for their next couple picks. It's going to be Diablo and Greymane coming out from Crinetix and Arcane. Greymane, just a mainstay in the meta, can't really get rid of him. Diablo performing very well for tanks right now, especially with that auto attack build. So we'll see Crinetix up in the thick of things as we see, wow, an Alarak picked up by Sugar Bear, and TTO is going to be playing that ETC. Pretty early Alarak coming out there. Must be a comfort pick there for Sugar Bear. Could we have a Nano Boost Alarak? That'd be a pretty fun little combo. Alarak you don't think about in terms of boosting as a mage, but for all intents and purposes, he is a melee mage. Keladorn with the follow. Thank you very much for the support. Throwing some sass at the bot. Daisy May 128k is only here to help. Rainer's going to be banned away by Can't Create acronymS. Just want to get rid of that solid PvE backline presence. Gonna limit that option a little bit. Makes a lot of sense, especially since Greymane already picked up there by Arcane. Garrulous Gaberlunzies Expecting a Deckard ban? It's actually going to be Imperious, so they're going to get rid of a very high tier solo laner. Great follow-up to the Diablo control. I'm wondering if Deckard is in the cards here for Can't Create Acronyms. It's a very common combination here with Diablo. Though on this map in particular, you can't really check, you can't really confirm where those fights are going to happen, so Deckard can have a little bit of a tough time with the setup, but Subutai says no matter, we're going to go ahead and pick that up, and Great Putu on the Kael'thas. So we've got a big old wombo set up here for Can't Create Acronyms. Very nice little comp coming together there. Last two picks here, though, for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. They've already got the Alarak kicker with the Ana boost. We'll see how they want to round out this comp. They need something of a top laner. They need something of an assassin. They're going to have the Sylvanas for Valera, and it will be Thrall, picked up by Grace. Thrall, a fantastic dueler, a fantastic follow-up to ETC and Alarak control. And BMed is going to grab the Samuro for the last pick. Very cool. Alright, so that is the wild card for Can't Create Acronyms. It's going to be a Samuro versus an Alarak in terms of the strange picks today. Well, unexpected stuff. Well, let's get into game number one. It is Can't Create Acronyms versus Garrulous Gaberlunzies. I'm going to get that right here on Dragonshire. Here we go. Alrighty, Dragonshire, we are loaded in and we are ready to go. On the left in the blue, we have Can't Create Acronyms with Arcane playing the Greymane, Subutai on the Deckard, Crinetix playing Diablo, BMed on the Samuro, and Great Putu on the Kael'thas. On the right, in the red, we have Garrulous Gaberlunzies with Ron playing the Ana, Grace is on Thrall, TTO is on ETC, Sugar Bear on Alarak, and Valera on the Sylvanas.
5, 4, 3.
The memes are flying left and right as we get into game number one here on Dragonshire. Taking a look at those early quests, we do have Wave Illusion for Samuro, the Mana Addict for Kael'thas, the Shadow Dagger quest, and Crash Lightning for Thrall, actually. As we see right off the bat, these teams brawling something fierce. But no ganks to be found right away. Samuro waiting for Thrall's rotation in that top lane will be caught there immediately as BMed trying to control that top lane. Nice flip there. It's going to force out the medallion from Sugar Bear, but I think the telekinesis will be good and Alarak escapes the gank of Can't Create Acronyms. It'll be Arcane versus Alarak down in that bottom lane, though these teams will be rotating pretty heavily between mid lane and bottom lane. Arcane gonna have to be careful. There's the slide of TTO, followed up by the silence. Ron cannot find the extra sleep, but it may not be necessary. Arcane, oh, the Shadow Dagger damage! Oh, Greymane cannot find the potion in time, and first blood goes over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies. D-Hots in the chat, welcome. Hope you're having an excellent evening. Looks like Alarak is going to go ahead and start up the siege camp here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Can't Create Acronyms choosing to control the bottom lane here as the shrines activate. Looks like BMed trying to go in and get some damage onto that well. Trying to find the magic space there as we see siege camp taken in the bottom lane, and Garrulous Gaberlunzies want to find a possible invade here as Crinetix is being slept and pulled and pushed and silenced, and Diablo's going to go down here. TTO manages to get onto the point, but gets shoved off. Can't Create Acronyms takes the camp, but they're going to have to retreat here as Garrulous Gaberlunzies are on the chase. Everyone's going to get out of there, though. Samuro trying to get some damage onto Thrall. Warping out there, going to have to do probably some hearthing shenanigans to get back to full health there on Samuro. Sylvanas trying to pick up a very early Dragon Knight here, but Arcane manages to get the interrupt as Kael'thas is actually taken out in the bottom lane. Crinitix gonna have to watch these rotations. There's the sleep, there's the pull. Slide is available, so the cooldowns were ready. Crinitix with that big health pool and with Deckard's help will escape the gank, because we have 4 members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies pushing down this bottom lane. These sleeps from Ana are really lining up the silence combos coming out from Alarak very well in the opening minutes here. Looks like Samuro has managed to force a tap out of Grace in the top lane. Bottom lane is very weakened. Both cannon towers have already been taken out. And Ron is really pressuring Can't Create acronyms with those sleep darts, making sure that they cannot move in too far. Here's a back gank. Crinitix having to peel backwards for Kael'thas. Great Putu trying to get away here. Will manage to get on out of there. Arcane pressing forward. Without those cannon towers there, Garrulous Gaberlunzies can do a fantastic job of just pushing into these towers. There's the sleep combo once again onto Arcane, and Greymane's going to be taken out. Crinitix has to pop the Gladiator's Medallion and will escape here. But Garrulous Gaberlunzies absolutely controlling this bottom lane. However, in the top lane, Samuro is keeping Thrall off this pad. So we're going to have a stalemate for now. And Garrulous Gaberlunzies is going to have to be content with the siege. Taking a look at the XP factor, we see the nearly 1600 experience coming from those 4 early hero kills. Very even on the minion XP so far, so both teams have done a good job staying even there. Even on the mercenaries as well, as we see level 7 has arrived for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. On the way here for Can't Create acronyms. Looks like GG gonna go ahead and start this bottom bruiser camp as we take a quick look at the hero damage. Samuro dealing a lot of damage versus Thrall so far. Grace actually having to back there in the top lane. And Alarak with almost 15,000 hero damage right off the bat. Arcane trying to scout out this camp. TTO is gonna force Can't Create acronyms back. And we've got ourselves a real stalemate here. Thrall trying to take the top lane, but BMed is on the chase, making sure that it does not go over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies. The rest of the squad here just trying to clear away this camp. Arcane is caught in the combo once again, but manages to get away from the Ana sleep dart. CCS4 is just being slowly pushed under these towers here. Taking a quick look at the top lane, it looks like Grace may be taking this top shrine for the time being. We'll see the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies moving towards the mid lane, trying to pick up this early dragon. Valeera clearing the lane, trying to take back that shrine. I think Valeera's going to have it in time, though, and the Dragon Knight is going to go over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies, and Arcane once again caught by that sleep dart. The combo is there, and that's another dead Greymane. Dragon Knight going to be pushing down the middle lane here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Bottom lane is already pretty weakened up. They're going to go ahead and take a whack at this wall. With Sylvanas in the dragon, they're not going to be able to turn off this fort, so it will be wailing away on the objective here. Thrall and Samuro maintaining presence in the top lane. Their ceaseless battle continues as mid fort is taken down by Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Thrall starting to get a little low on mana, going to have to go back and tap and maintain the lane. BMed thinking about coming down here to try to catch the rotation, catch the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Arcane manages to avoid the slide silence combo. BMed is on the backline trying to push away Ana. This could be the opportunity for Can't Create acronyms as TTO is pinned by Crinitix. The follow-up from Great Putu is good. So much damage onto ETC, but will manage to get away as Ron managed to circle back around after that harass from BMed ceased. See Samuro head back to the top lane. Can't Create acronyms is going to have to be careful here. They don't have level 10, and here comes the invade. Greymane is down once again. Diablo taken out by that Alarak lightning. The invasion is complete, and we are going to see that nano boost onto Alarak. So Sugar Bear going to be pumping out the damage. Already at 111 sadism here. Taking a look at the heroic options, we saw the nano boost. We do have the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. It's going to be Earthquake from Thrall, Counter-Strike from Alarak, and the Mosh Pit from TTO. So we saw a very nice evade there from Great Putu. TTO is going to back off and move to the mid lane. Level 10s are here for Can't Create Acronyms. B-Man managing to get away from the gank, but Grace is there in the top lane as well. It is going to be Stay a While to Listen with the Apocalypse. Big combo there. It is the Illusion Master coming out for Samuro. So going to be that much less killable. Pyroblast coming out for Kael'Thas and Cursed Bullet for Greymane. Here we see Can't Create Acronyms working on the left side Bruiser camp. Garrulous Gaberlunzies working on their own Bruiser camp. As BMed going to be rotating around the middle of the map, trying to keep sight and trying to keep the macro pressure high as much as possible. TTO looking for an aggressive rotation. Garrulous Gaberlunzies are in tow. Looks like we're going to have a fight here on this rotation. A very nice stun onto Alarak in the backline. Mosh Pit catches too. The Apocalypse stops the Mosh for now, but Kael'Thas getting chased down will be taken out by TTO. Alarak counter-killed though. That's a pretty big kill as Ron is being chased away by the clones of BMed. TTO waiting for that slide cooldown. Ooh, a big double sleep by Ron. Arcane trying to get the last auto attack onto ETC. Oh, a fantastic peel there from Grace. It looks like TTO will manage to get out of there. Trying to turn things around with an Earthquake is Grace, but may pay the price for it here as Crinetix getting those autos. Thrall will go down for the trouble. And Can't Create Acronyms picking up a couple kills there. We'll see what they can do as BMed returns to the top lane to try to grab that shrine. Crinetix taking the bottom shrine. But TTO will be guarding the mid. We'll see if Arcane can pick up a quick cap here. Great Putu trying to catch up that bottom lane. And it looks like Garrulous Gaberlunzies are here. We got the slide. It's going to be the pull silence once again. Great peel by Crinetix. We'll see if Arcane can get on out of there. Manages to avoid as much of the Sylvanas damage as possible. And Greymane's going to survive. And now these teams are going to be brawling in the mid for control over this Dragon Knight capture. There's the Curse Bullet onto Alarak. The Nano Boost is available. Great Putu being targeted down. Kael'Thas is going to be the first to fall in this fight. It looks like Can't Create Acronyms has managed to peel away, but that's a kill for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. And level 13 is here as well as they split to the top and bottom lane to try to control these shrines. Arcane trying to push out this wave. Sugar Bear not finding the telekinesis onto Greymane. Arcane going to have to be careful here. Alarak was taken out, so that sadism is reset all the way back down to 93. Crinetix keeping an eye on this mid-turn-in, but here comes the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Sugar Bear wants to get the cap, but it is BMed in the bottom lane, zoning out ETC and Sylvanas. Sylvanas actually taken out by Samuro in the bottom lane. Looks like BMed managing to squirrel around a little bit there and pick up the kill onto Sylvanas. A great solo lane pickup. Sugar Bear getting a little bit of a combo onto Crinetix. There's the Apocalypse, actually catches Alarak here. Looking for the big sleep Subutai, as well as the Pyroblast manages to land onto the Counter-Strike Alarak while it was asleep. And there goes Alarak, a big root onto ETC, forces out the Gladiator's Medallion. And that's a second kill here for Can't Create Acronyms. BMed looking to steal away this camp. TTO sees it and gonna hightail it on out of there. Ron looking for a big sleep dart. Looks like the camp steal is complete by Can't Create Acronyms. BMed looking to move to the top lane to capture that top shrine while Grace is in the mid lane trying to get the double so clear. Garrulous Gaberlunzies clearing out the stolen camp. Arcane picking up the camp for Can't Create Acronyms. BMed going to be brawling in the top here versus Thrall for the time being. We'll see what Can't Create Acronyms wants to do as we see Garrulous Gaberlunzies controlling the bottom lane. BMed having a peel on out of there. Thrall putting in some big damage. Grace is going to have to be careful though. Crinetix and crew are coming on up. There's the Earthquake. Looks like the root is going to be there, and Thrall, the target of a gank, is going to go down. The rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies are in this bottom camp trying to find some value. TTO is zoning out this bottom shrine for now, and we'll see what Can't Create Acronyms can do with this advantage. They're still a little bit down on XP, and they want to find this fight before level 16 is here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. BMed scouting ahead will find the remaining 4 members of GG. Here comes Crinetix looking for Ron. There is the Apocalypse coming out. Once again, Alarak is the target, and Sugar Bear is going to go down here. Great mid-game adjustment there from Can't Create Acronyms, finding the crux of the combination of Garrulous Gaberlunzies finding that kill, and it looks like Great Putu is going to pick up this Dragon Knight. Ron looking for the Sleep Dart, will not get it in time, and the Dragon Knight belongs to Can't Create Acronyms. Dragon Knight trying to get some damage here in the mid lane. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms gonna try to siege down this mid fort. Level 16 has arrived for both teams, so we're gonna be on even levels. Crinitix gets rooted in the background by that Feral Spirit. And they're gonna be moving down to the bottom lane as BMed trying to interrupt these rotations with those clones. This lane isn't quite caught up yet, so the Dragon Knight will be taking shots from these towers and the defensive players from Garrulous Gaberlunzies. The Pull Silence combo does not land onto Crinitix. And the Dragon Knight kind of just has to walk around here, so not as much siege as they would have hoped from this dragon. The tank is kicked away. We'll see if Crinitix can find anything. Nope, the members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies managed to get behind their wall. Oh, the Pull Silence is there onto Diablo with the Sleep follow-up. There's the Earthquake from Thrall. Crinitix... Oh, Subutai is pulled in, but the Sleep did catch too. I don't know if Deckard is going to make it out of here. There's the combo, and Deckard Kane taken out by the advancing Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Looks like they're going to be moving through the bottom lane without Deckard here. It's going to be a tough defense here for Can't Create Acronyms. Sylvanas Black Arrows are on this bottom wall. There's the combo onto Diablo, the Sleep as well, and Diablo's going to fall inside his own gate. That's another good kill here. Diablo did have souls and will get back on the field, but we'll have to go ahead and soak these lanes. BMed walking into a bit of trouble here. Manages to use the E to jump away from harm. Camp Steal executed here by Garrulous Gaberlunzies. BMed once again coming around the back line as Valera trying to back. You Can't Create Acronyms is trying to create pressure on the map. BMed moving around the lanes trying to keep them soaked. But Garrulous Gaberlunzies are doing a pretty good job of making sure they're present in all three lanes throughout this matchup. Can't Create Acronyms has done a pretty good job of adjusting their teamfight and making sure to jump onto Sugar Bear at the first possible opportunity. But so far, the map's still looking pretty red. But with the next dragon, we'll see what these teams can do. BMed once again looking for Grace on this rotation. Grace starting to step out. Looks... There they go. Crinitix is going for the big Apocalypse combo. Will not get it, but does get the flip. There's the Earthquake. Silence Arrow from Sylvanas is going to force Can't Create Acronyms back. Counter-strike from Alarak is committed. TTO takes the Cursed Bullet. Crinitix trying to get away. The nano-boosted Alarak is on the chase. Oh, the root from Grace is good, and Diablo's gonna go down. Arcane jumps onto TTO, but will get stunned, pulled, silenced, and killed. The mosh pit committed just in case. And that's 2 dead. 2 more kills for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. BMed controlling the bottom lane on that Samuro. Here comes TTO. This could be trouble here for Subutai. The slide is good. There's the silence. And Deckard is down. The top lane push will continue for Garrulous Gaberlunzies with that 3rd kill. Samuro trying to push Grace back here. BMed going right over the wall, getting the kill onto Thrall, and then warping back to the mid lane with those clones. BMed having a field day with those solo kills on Samuro. But the bulk of the forces continue to push in the top lane. Going right over the Bridge of Death. Oh, the combo! Under 80 health was Great Putu, but will manage to get away. Crinitix looking for a flip, but will not find it. A little bit of a sleep dart in retreat there from Ron. Does find 2 targets. BMed trying to save this bottom keep. Looks like will be successful for the meantime. As the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies moving down to the bottom lane to try to secure themselves another Dragon Knight as they find level 20. TTO. Gonna have to be careful with these rotations. They do have about a full level lead here at level 20. They control both top and bottom shrine. BMed getting away from these rotations so far. Mostly unharmed throughout this game. But Can't Create Acronyms. Oh, that's a triple slide. But without the rest of the crew there, Garrulous Gaberlunzies will have to retreat back to this dragon capture. Oh, Samuro managing to grab the bottom shrine, delaying the dragon once again. This is pretty important here for Can't Create Acronyms. The more that they can delay this, the more chance they will have to find level 20 for the next defense. Crinetix and crew rotating to the top lane. I don't know if they're going to get it in time. BMed doesn't have the AoE to stop it. There's the big sleep. The silence is there. Are they going to have enough damage? Yes, they will. BMed finally taken out by the silence of Alarak. And the dragon will be pushing down the bottom lane. This very weak bottom keep will be almost immediately taken out here. This isn't a foregone defense, though. Level 20 is about to get here for Can't Create Acronyms, and Samuro was not the most important part of the damage for this defense. TTO finds the slide onto Kael'thas, though. That's pretty important. The Apocalypse goes out, catching 2. Kael'thas being targeted by the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Subutai trying to peel away with the Stay a While and Listen, but the core is taking damage. The Dragonite's still so healthy, and it looks like Garrulous Gaberlunzies are going to push to victory. Quick kill onto Thrall at the end, but it is Garrulous Gaberlunzies who pick up the win number 1. GG. Very good opening game from our two teams. We saw some really good mid-game adjustments there from Can't Create Acronyms, trying to find the kills onto Alarak, resetting that sadism. But in the end, the combos from ETC, Alarak, and Ana, just the CC layered perfectly. They were able to kill pretty much anyone they wanted throughout that game. And we saw it there with the 15 kills to 8. Taking a look at the damage, Sugar Bear leading the way on Alarak at 58,000 hero damage. And BMed actually surpassing Great Putu, really bullying around those lanes, bullying Thrall in that solo lane, catching people on those rotations. Picking up 43.5k hero damage for Can't Create Acronyms. Take a quick look here at the talent screen before we head to the break and set up for game number 2. Alrighty, game number 1 is in the books. Garrulous Gaberlunzies put the first point on the board. Can they close out this series, or can Can't Create Acronyms bring this back to a 1-1 series score? We're going to set up for game number 2. Don't go far. We're just going to go to a quick break. I'll see you soon. Alrighty, these teams are rearing and ready to go. Welcome back to Game 2 between Can't Create Acronyms and Garrulous Gaberlunzies. GG put up the first point there on Dragonshire. Can't Create Acronyms is thinking about coming back here. We're going to be going to Volskaya Foundry for game number 2. Looks like our teams are not quite ready to go, so we'll just hang out here for just a quick moment, check in with chat, make sure everyone's doing good, make sure everyone's feeling good for this decidedly West Coast time matchup. Normally I don't pick up a game this late, but you know, it's Friday, I've got time, I can pick up a little bit of a late matchup for my crew over there, the CCS family. Glad I got to pick up this match. I just noticed, like, when I go and pick up matches, I mostly just go for, you know, the times that make the most sense for me. I like going, you know, closer to 8, 8:30 during the week. I can go a little later on the weekends. And I think I've done mostly Division C matchups so far, just kind of accidentally. I want to try to get a little bit more of a widespread throughout the season, because right now it's pretty much... I think I've done all but 2 games in either Heroic or C. Which is cool. I mean, it's nice to get a more full view of a division like that, even between C East and C West, but I want to see what everyone's doing. I want to jump around a little bit, see what all the divisions are up to. I'm interested to see how the meta shapes for all of these different levels. Alright, looks like our teams are getting close to be ready to go, so let's see if we can get the timing right. Let's head over to the map screen and describe the state of this matchup. Hit them with the ready. Alright, we're good to go. Hanamura Temple, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Alterac Pass, and Braxis Holdout have been banned for this series. Dragonshire was picked by Can't Create Acronyms, but it was Garrulous Gaberlunzies that picked up the victory. And game number 2, brought to you by Garrulous Gaberlunzies, is Volskaya Foundry. That was pretty well timed. Let's get into the draft here. We're going to be going into Volskaya Foundry, one of the more standard maps, one of the more predictable maps in the map pool. You always know where the next fight is going to be, you always know exactly how to get the most advantage. We don't normally see a lot of oddball strategies here on Volskaya, so I'm interested to see whether the Vikings and Abathur will still be banned away by Garrulous Gaberlunzies, whether we're going to see another set of sort of off-lane macro strats for Can't Create Acronyms, or if they're going to go more into the targeted pick-and-kill style. Getting some love in the chat, Alden Zero, Valkymer. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Div C also rules. Your 3.5 casts have all been C West. Hey, gotta pick them up while you can, right? Alarak is going to be banned away by Can't Create Acronyms. Sugar Bear just bringing too much spice, and it wasn't very nice. So they're going to go ahead and ban that away. Garrulous Gaberlunzies thinking about their next ban. It is going to be Anna. Picking it up first last game, and now with first pick going over to Can't Create Acronyms, they're going to ban it first, so a pretty heavy prioritization onto Anna there from Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Can't Create Acronyms thinking about their next ban. Looking at the heroes from last time, Alarak was kind of the key there, and with Anna banned away, they're going to have to think about what their options are. It is going to be Mei once again. Not interested in banning out any of the other previous heroes. We'll see if they want to pick one away, though, in the first spot. Garrulous Gaberlunzies, thinking about their next ban. With the Anna ban first, I'm assuming that they're not going to ban away something like TLV or Abathur. Maybe a Samuro, though. SBMed played a pretty nasty Samuro there in game number 1. See what it's going to be here. It is going to be Abathur, okay. So still not interested in seeing the Slug Mastermind on the battlefield. Can't Create Acronyms. We'll see what they want to control here. ETC Sylvanas, 2 heroes played by Garrulous Gaberlunzies here. High tier picks, map picks here on Volskaya Foundry, though they may want to control the Deckard, as this is probably his best map in the pool. It is going to be the ETC from Crinetics, putting the value on the tank. So we'll see what Garrulous Gaberlunzies wants to do with their next 2 picks. With Anna off the board, we're not going to see that ultra-powerful mage, though for Volskaya Foundry, it is going to be... They're just going to steal the Diablo Greymane, interesting enough. I was thinking maybe we see the Li Ming and the Deckard come out, but instead they're going to go ahead and counter draft as well. Sugar Bear is now on the Greymane, TTO on the Diablo. Next 2 picks coming in here, it's going to be Stukov for Subutai. We've seen some fantastic Stukov play so far in the season, and Arcade is going to pick up a pretty early Falstad there, interestingly enough. Very cool pickup. We don't get to see an awful lot of Falstad. If I can type properly, that'd be fantastic. Stukov picked up. Falstad picked up. Awesome. Garrulous Gaberlunzies thinking about the ban. We've got the tank, we've got the healer, we've got the... could be going with the 4, could be the off lane for Falstad. We'll see what they want to ban away. It's going to be Chen taken off the board. Chen is one that we can see on Volskaya Foundry. There's a whole lot of space for Chen to work with. There's not a huge wave clear battle that tends to take place on Volskaya Foundry. So, we do sometimes see Chen come on through here. Can't create acronyms. We've got the Diablo Greymane already picked up. Are they going to ban away the Kael'thas? Is it going to be the Deckard? What are they worried about here? They're going to ban away Lucio. Lucio has been terrorizing the higher divisions here in NGS, just with the mobility, the knockbacks on such a low cooldown. Not wanting to see the skating DJ here in this game. It is going to be Kael'thas picked up for Valeera. Looking to recreate the Wombo combo setup. So far they're just copying Can't Create Acronym's last draft. We'll see how far they take it here. It's going to be Brightwing instead for Ron, so no Deckard. Instead they're going to go with the global of Brightwing. Interested to see whether we see an auto attack build coming out from Arcane in response to the Brightwing. BMed is going to go ahead and grab the Lost Vikings here in the last spot. Wasn't sure that was going to come out here, but it was let through the bans, and BMed does play a nasty Vikings, and Great Putu is going to go ahead and grab the Junkrat. So a bit of an unorthodox comp coming out here for Can't Create Acronyms. Vikings, there we go. So Grace has got to somehow tie all this together. What's it going to be to chase down these Vikings to try to trap the Junkrat? What is it going to be for Garrulous Gaberlunzies to see if they can find their way around this puzzle? It's going to be Malthael for Grace. Malthael picked up 10 push-ups, has been redeemed in the chat. I think I got time. Let's see if we can do it. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera for it, but let's go straight to the in-game as we load in. Let's do the little thing we do. Can't Create Acronyms versus Garrulous Gaberlunzies here. Game number 2. Let's get it going. Alright. It's going to be real quick. Quick 10. Sorry you're not going to be able to see it. I'll have to count it out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. No, don't start without me. Alright, we made it. Whew. Alright. On the left in the blue, we have Can't Create Acronyms, with Krinitix playing the ETC, Subutai on the Stukov, Great Putu playing Junkrat, BMed on the Lost Vikings, and Arcane on the Falstad. On the right in the red, we have Garrulous Gaberlunzies with Sugar Bear playing the Greymane, Ron is on Brightwing, TTO on the Diablo, Valeera is playing Kael'thas, and Grace on the Malthael. Vikings splitting into all 3 lanes as we start. Kael'thas looking for globes at the beginning here. ETC still thinking about that level 1 pick. As we see some taunts there in the middle lane, the sprays are going down, and as the waves meet, the clear begins. Scammed? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Maybe I can set up a goal to get a second camera to get on those push-ups for you. Ryasaran, thank you very much for the follow as we see the rotation of Garrulous Gaberlunzies through the mid lane. It looks like Can't Create Acronyms is going to be rotating safely. So we see the Vikings still splitting off into all 3 lanes. We have a camp invade here coming in for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. right now, can't create acronyms, aren't able to stop this. So all the members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies are just rotating as 5 right now. It can't be good for XP. We'll see how it goes. Brightwing is actually taken out. Where did that happen? I thought they were all together. I totally missed that. Grace now slid on by Crinitix. Arcane barreling in. We'll see if Malthael can warp away. Brightwing trying to get on top, and Ron will save Grace for now. That's 2 early turrets for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. The chat is wondering whether or not I did push-ups. You'll just have to trust me, team. You'll just have to trust me. Sugar Bear is gonna go ahead and pick up the right side siege camp. B-Med still just controlling all 3 lanes on these Vikings. Checking in on that XP. They've opened up about a 500 minion XP advantage before the first objective has even come up. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms is now timing out the siege camp on the left-hand side. As TTO wants to find the Olaf kill here. There's the stun, and it looks like Olaf will go down. But the rest of Can't Create Acronyms is here to clear this top lane. Crinitix finds the slide onto Sugar Bear. Brightwing once again with the save. And Arcane is going to have to watch out with that bomb and evade the slam of TTO. Troopar gifting the sub to Valkymer in the chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. My lovely wife Troopar in the chat. Enjoy your Donkey Kong, Valkymer. And D Hots with the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the team. Enjoy your Kong. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it a whole lot. First objective is coming up. Is going to be controlled by Garrulous Gaberlunzies along with level 7 here. Now this is where Can't Create Acronyms is going to start to find the value in the Vikings, as Garrulous Gaberlunzies has to pretty much control this point, while the Vikings are just going to stay split into these lanes. Crinitix trying to control the point here. Looking for the slide onto Brightwing, will not land. Balog taken out in the bottom lane by Sugar Bear and Valera. That's going to slow down the soak just for now. As TTO looking to flank in. Crinitix trying to stay onto this point. Junkrat just going to be lobbing in those bombs, trying to whittle down the members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies here. Once again, oh, there's a good slide onto Brightwing from Crinitix. TTO is there for the peel. Oh, and dropping the heal camp before it's being placed down. That goes into the control of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Still very early in this objective. Trying to recontrol the point is Garrulous Gaberlunzies with the 60% and climbing. Rhea Saren with the prime. We got a hype train going. As we see Garrulous Gaberlunzies picking up the turret camp on the right. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms trying to jump back onto this point to find the value in those Vikings. Thank you very much for the prime sub. I appreciate the support, everybody. There's the slide onto TTO, using the Shadow Charge to get out of there, but the slow of Stukov is there. Has to use the Gladiator's Medallion, and Diablo will survive for now. And this is the stall that CCS is looking for. Oh, Malthael gets the follow-up route, and Grace is going to go down here. Did manage to drop that heal camp. ETC is killed in kind. So 1 for 1 here. Falstad picked up by TTO, but the barrel roll is available. Great Putu may not be so lucky, though. Diablo cutting off the retreat. Great Putu trying to use the mine. Oh, with under 50 health. Sugar Bear looking for the splash. No kill onto Junkrat as we go back down to control the point. BMAD trying to maintain the pressure for now. Eric's going to go down. And Garrulous Gaberlunzies have picked up the first protector of the game as level 10s have arrived for both teams. Rias? Alright, we're going to go with Rias. So we see Arcane trying to throw out some damage onto this protector, try to slow down the pace here. Taking a look at these heroic options, we do have Tormented Souls here for Malthael. Interesting choices. TTO is slid on by Crinitix. They're looking for the back kill. Mighty Gust coming out onto Diablo as well. Shadow Charge still not available. There's the root as well. Olaf is going to go down in the background. So gank unsuccessful for now, as can't create acronyms, has to back off. Wow, getting a lot of work done in the top lane here is Garrulous Gaberlunzies, taking out the top fort with this protector along with the whole wall. Firefly Zero, thank you very much for the follow. Vikings still splitting off into lanes, trying to keep this XP rolling in, as Eric, trying to get away from Sugar Bear, will manage to do so. Malthael working on BMed in the bottom lane. Looks like Balog will be taken out. And Garrulous Gaberlunzies continuing to set the pace here. Firefly Zero coming in with the Prime. Thank you very much for the support, as here we got a full team fight breaking out. ETC is absolutely deleted. Arcane manages to steal the turret after Garrulous Gaberlunzies picks up that camp. Sugar Bear's in a lot of trouble here. There's TTO with the peel. GG Ron using that blink heal to keep Greymane topped off. Oh, a Pyroblast coming out onto Falstad. Ooh, Falstad's health pool very, very low. Subutai sending over that healing snot to keep Falstad alive. Garrulous Gaberlunzies approaching level 13 here. Trying to keep controlling the map, trying to keep controlling these camps, as BMed still remaining split on those Vikings. Ruglord coming in with the follow. Thank you very much for the support. BMed will be taken out by Valeera. Olaf going down in the top lane. As can't create acronyms. Thinking about their next move here. Garrulous Gaberlunzies absolutely setting the pace here. Oh, TTO finds BMed. Olaf is back in the mid lane. That's another heal camp going over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Grace heading down to try to fight off Balog in the bottom lane. Olaf having to maintain presence in the top lane at a bit of a distance there, as we see Valeera is on the chase. Arcane scouting out TTO in that bush, very nicely thrown there. Eric trying to hold things down in the mid lane, trying to keep that XP flowing, but if we take a look here, they've got the minion XP advantage, but the hero and especially the mercenary XP is absolutely going over to Garrulous Gaberlunzies. There's the combo onto ETC. The Cursed Bullet is good, and there goes Crinitix. Great Putu using that Rip Rare to get away. And can't create acronyms is kind of on the back foot here. They were hoping to create the advantage and be able to move around the map safely with the Lost Vikings holding down the lanes, but Garrulous Gaberlunzies have been playing very, very aggressively and really controlling this matchup so far. There's the Curse Bullet onto Arcane, but that's a lot of damage onto Sugar Bear, forcing Ron to expend both the Blink heals to get Greymane back to full health. TTO looking for a rotation, only finds Eric.
Red team has destroyed the fort. Access terminal online.
Control point B now unlocking. So we see another camp steal coming out from Garrulous Gaberlunzies. They're just going to keep going until can't create acronyms can stop them. Eric floating on away there. Right now, can't create acronyms is stepping on to the top point, but the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies, they're just going ahead and rotating around these lanes before heading on up to the top lane. Valeera, gets slid on by Crinitix. It's a very good gank attempt, having to pop the medallion. Brightwing coming in for the save. There's the polymorph onto Arcane, though. Falstad gonna have to be careful. Subutai with the flailing swipe. Crinitix, a big slide through the backline. Here comes the Pyroblast. Can Subutai get the heal? ETC's got just enough health to survive. A couple of great gank attempts and a couple of great saves coming out from both squads there. But level 16 is here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. BMed holding down the point for now on that Olaf. But here comes TTO to try to force Olaf off this point. And there it is, the stun is there. Invulnerable is caught though. Still on the point. is BMed. Olaf will be taken out 99% for can't create acronyms. Oh, we got a fight brewing. Apocalypse is committed there. ETC once again keyed on by Garrulous Gaberlunzies. The bomb spread to Falstad. Will have to go out there. TTO finds Sabotai in the back. Polymorph follow-up by Ron is good. ETC taken out in the top lane. Arcane trying to use that barrel roll to get away. Stukov taken out by Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Looks like Arcane trying to sneak away along the back line. BMed on Olaf and Balog trying to help as best as possible, but there goes Olaf. Great Putu and Arcane managing to escape there. But it will be Garrulous Gaberlunzies controlling that top pad and trying to get Protector B here on Volskaya Foundry. Eric working to escape from Grace in the bottom lane. Valera pushing out the mid lane here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. TTO doing a great job of controlling the vents, controlling the vision here on this map. Level 1 Hype Train emotes going out in the chat. Enjoy that. And once again, thank you all so much for the love and support today. I can't thank you enough for all sticking with me and just being a great org. And yeah, it's been really good. Arcane trying to fly onto the point, but showing up a little late. The Protector is there. Luckily, the long barrel roll will be enough to escape from TTO. And it looks like Diablo and Kael'thas will be boarding the Protector and heading down to the bottom lane. Balog jumped on by Sugar Bear. The Invulnerable is there for BMed, though. Grace trying to prep this lane versus Eric down in the bottom lane. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms trying to set up for this defense, as the Protector is going to be looking for this bottom fort. Malthiel working on that double rotation between mid and top. The rest of the crew is there. There's the stage dive coming in from Crinitix. Arcane managing to push Sugar Bear underneath the fort. Oh, and a huge heal from Ron is keeping Greymane alive. There's the stun, though, onto TTO. Arcane is pushed away by the Punisher, using the long barrel roll once again to cut that wall. And somehow, once again, nobody dying in that flurry of ults and exchange. BMed trying to get away from Sugar Bear there in the top corridor. Looks like the Protector is going to have to back off here. Crinitex looking for a slide onto the retreating members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Will not find it. Looks like this Protector may not be done. It's only 3 seconds. Is that going to be enough for a slam? Oh, yes it is. The slam lands and the bottom fort is taken out. So that's a 6-3 advantage on these forts. Level 20 about to be here for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Arcane using that bribe on Falstad to quickly steal away that camp before Garrulous Gaberlunzies thinking about another invade. Here we see Can't Create Acronyms is clearing away the left side siege camp. Still pretty much moving us 5 here as Garrulous Gaberlunzies as they find level 20. TTO thinking about an invade. Looks like they're a little too late for that. They'll have to settle just for the heal camp. Oh, there's a sneaky little play. Brightwing Stealth has been picked at level 20. Can't Create Acronyms managed to spot TTO before going into deep stealth, though. So that's going to create some very interesting situations on these rotations as we see TTO. That when you remain still like that, after I believe it's 3 seconds, you go full invisible, so you cannot be detected unless you literally run into them, or TTO moves at all. BMed trying to discover Diablo. Diablo has now been revealed. Balog will go down for the trouble, but that's where Vikings are going to come in handy here. Being able to scout out those corridors as best as possible, and using that spin to try to reveal the members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies. Skrinitex looking for the slide, not before getting hit by the cursed bullet, though. The rest of the squad is here. The Mighty Gust is good, but ETC falls anyway. Just a scooch too late there from Arcane. Looking to retreat. Manages to get the big barrel roll, but that's ETC down. And we'll see what Garrulous Gaberlunzies can do with this one-player advantage. Vikings have found level 20 here for Can't Create Acronyms. And right now, with all of their keeps, they're not in dire straits just yet. BMed stealing away the siege camp with that Viking bribery. BMed just going to go ahead and sacrifice Olaf here, knows that the death is coming. Gets a little bit of damage onto this tower. While the rest of the crew rotates through. Pretty even on these lanes here. Can't create acronyms. Still another 12 seconds till ETC is back on the field, so they can't fully move out the way they want to. Arcane tempting fate a little bit here. Manages to avoid the Death Shroud of Grace.
An access terminal will be
BMed controlling the vision there. Laying down the spray, letting them know where they're at. More and more members of Garrulous Gaberlunzies are starting to go stealth. There's a quick kill onto Balog in the top lane. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms is going to pick up another turret here. Protector on point C coming up in 5 seconds. BMed trying to get away from the gank in the mid lane.
Control the terminal.
The Vikings are going to have to come on down here for this objective, though. Level 20 has arrived for both teams. There's not a lot of split lane pressure onto keeps available for Can't Create Acronyms. Garrulous Gaberlunzies picking up yet another turret here, along with their other turret and their heal camp. And it looks like this may be the fight to claim victory. TTO, with that stealth, is not able to be revealed by auto attacks right now. There's the Hellgate onto Falstad, who is absolutely destroyed. The swipe trying to peel for the rest of the team. But oh no, these conveyor belts are keeping Junkrat and Crinitix in the grips here. Can Junkrat survive? The Ripper Air is going out. Here comes the Pyroblast. Will not get the kill. Cannot one-shot a Junkrat. Today I learned. Garrulous Gaberlunzies with the kill onto Falstad are going to be pushing down this bottom lane, trying to prepare for a kill, or a core push with this Protector. As we have the push going on here, we're going to go ahead and time that out. There we go. I should really have some, I should report, or I should get some mods up here in this chat. BMed trying to control this point versus Ron, but the rest of Garrulous Gaberlunzies are here for the kill onto Olaf. BMed managing to warp away to the top lane with that level 20 play again. But the Protector is here. Bottom keep is gone. We'll see whether Garrulous Gaberlunzies are going to push 5 versus 5 through the bottom lane to the core, or whether they settle for the mid keep. It looks like they're going straight to the core through the bottom lane here. They're going to have to be careful with their positioning. With the mid keep still there, they're not going to have a whole lot of space to work with. But with the Protector this late in the game, it's going to be able to get a whole lot of core damage just by itself. The Hellgate is good, but will not find Arcane. Crinitix with the big slide after the stage dive. Mighty Gust is keeping Sugar Bear there, and that's a ton of core damage taken away as Greymane falls. The Protector is on the core, the shielding is gone. Arcane being pushed away by the Pyroblast. Crinitix is going to be going down here. And it looks like Garrulous Gaberlunzies cannot be stopped. 50% on the core. Falstad's going to fall. And Garrulous Gaberlunzies with the 2-0 domination tonight. GG. Alrighty, quick look at the final screen. 13 kills to 3 for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. A lot of those kills onto the Vikings in the late game. We do see Sugar Bear on the Greymane leading the way on the hero damage. 57,000. Taking a look, let's take a special look over there at the Vikings. Over 200,000 siege damage converted by BMed and over 42,000 experience. Look at that total. It was Great Putu on the Junkrat dealing the 58,000 hero damage for Can't Create Acronyms. But it was Garrulous Gaberlunzies that played hyper aggressively through that whole game, managing to use the Malthael to double soak and move very aggressively onto the enemy camps, onto the enemy side of the field. And that's going to be a 2-0 victory for Garrulous Gaberlunzies. We'll take a quick look at the talent screen, and then we'll see if we can get us an interview here before we close things out. Alrighty. that is our series. We're going to see if we can find ourselves an interview with our victors. Let me just send out some whispers. Put that there. Perfect. Just a moment, team. See if we can get Grace in here. Nope, can't do it. Not accepting whispers from people not on their friends list. Damn. Alrighty, we'll see if we can get one in here. Alright, we're going to have one on the way in just a moment. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for the love today. I love to see all the chat interaction, all the subs coming in today, all the follows. Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting me. It's nice to see the community coming in big for me. All right, should have Grace joining me in just a moment. Keeping an eye on the chat. There we go. All right, Grace, there you are.
Hello, hello.
Thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the 2-0 victory.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, taking a look at the maps here. Dragonshire, we saw some early bans there on Abathur and the Lost Vikings. That looked a little bit scouted. I'm guessing you were trying to target BMED's hero pool there on Dragonshire?
Yeah, we did see that he runs the Abathur TLV, so it is not something we wanted to play against.
Okay, well we saw...
he ripped out there was pretty nasty, I gotta say. It was good.
Absolutely, Smurro doing some great work there. But speaking of some offbeat picks, we saw the Alarak coming out for Sugar Bear there with the Ana kicker. That looked like a pretty practiced comp for you guys. Is that something that you like to pull out often?
Sugar's got a pretty diverse pool. Alarak is definitely something that we enjoy to run as a team.
Fantastic stuff there. Doing some great work there on Dragonshire in game number 1. It looked like Can't Create Acronyms was starting to key onto Alarak in the mid-game, though. What were some adjustments you had to make once those mid-game team fights started to not go your way?
I gotta say, we did lose a team fight or two. I don't remember which ones, because it's not something we really focus on as a team. We're always looking to the next team fight. So whenever we lose a fight, we're just planning out how we're going to take that next fight instead.
All right, well, things definitely working out there in game number 1. A quick win there on Dragonshire. Heading into Volskaya Foundry, it looked like we saw the Ana ban in the first position, though. Is that something that you just feel is, you can't let that through unless you're going to pick it at this point in the meta?
It was also something we scouted there. We know that they have a pretty good Ana player, and so if we weren't taking it, we didn't want to give it up. Okay.
So we saw the Ana ban, we saw the Abathur ban, probably the greater of two evils there. We did end up seeing the Vikings come out, though. Yep. And it seemed like the response from your side was just to roll very, very aggressively onto the enemy side to a pretty effective outcome.
We had actually hoped they were going to bring out the TLV there. So that was so we banned the Chen third so that way I could mouth and do my Pale Horse. And I'm not going to match him directly for Soak, but as long as I keep as much of the lanes up as I can, I'm confident in our team's team fight. So, yeah, we were actually hoping for the TLV there.
Yeah, it looked like a very coordinated response there for sure. Really just from minute number 1, bullying your way around the map, making sure that the XP advantage was yours, and snowballing to a victory. Very, very nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, so that is... I didn't check the records beforehand. Is that... are you 2-0 in the league now for the match victories?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row, 2-0.
Fantastic. So undefeated in the match records so far. Looking forward into the rest of your schedule, are there any teams that you're looking forward to facing here in C West?
I'm honestly kind of new to NGS, so I can't personally say that there are some. I know that we have two tough flex matches. I'd have to take a look to say to see what those teams were, but I can say for next week we're definitely excited to face the second CCS team.
Ah, excellent. Another CCS matchup for you coming on next week. All right, well, once again, thank you for coming on by. Congratulations on the 2-0 domination. Are there any shoutouts you'd like to make before we close things down here?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my team. Everyone's been putting a lot of time in, really stepping up to the plate. We kind of take turns passing the baton, so that feels good. I want to give a big shout out to our coaches. We started off with one coach and we ended up with a coaching staff. So I'm really appreciative of not only our original coach, but the coaches that came on to help us as well. My final shout out would go to my mother, who is in Czechoslovakia right now, and she woke up at 4 a.m. to watch me overseas. So thanks, Mom. Love you.
Wow, amazing support there coming in. Shout out to you, Grace's mom. Hope you had a good day, good time with the series today, watching Grace pick up the 2-0 victory. All right, well, thank you very much for coming by, and good luck going forward in the season.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All righty, well, that is going to do it for this series, but it's not going to do it for this stream because I see 10 squats has been redeemed by Valcomer in the chat. So we are going to close out this broadcast, doing our little spiel while doing 10 squats. You're going to be able to see me do these ones because the camera points level, doesn't point at the floor. All right, let's see if I can do an outro while doing 10 squats. All right, let's think for a moment. Get set up. All right. Whew. Thank you very much for coming out today, joining me in the chat, giving me all the love with the follows and the subs. Just had a fantastic time tonight doing this series. If you haven't followed yet and you want to see all the casts that I do, just give me a follow here on twitch.tv/thecrushinator. That's 8. When I'm not here, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at thecrushinator, or you can search me on YouTube, The Crushinator, for all the casts that I do. I think we're going to do one bonus. I lost my count. I think that's 11. In spoiler-free condensed VODs, just search The Crushinator on YouTube, and you'll see everything that I do. Okay. All right, that is going to be it for me. Thank you very much for joining me today. We're going to find a quick raid for you, but until next time, thanks for coming out. Bye.